today, and it's all about language, families, instinct, and endangered language. First, our topic outline is what is language, families, and instinct language, and what is endangered languages. Let's talk about first the what is language families. Topic number one is language families. And what is language families? A language family is a group of language related through descent from a common ancestral language or parental language. Called proto-language of the family, the term family reflects the three model of language organization in his historical linguistics, which makes use to metaphor comparing languages to people in a biological tree or a subsequent modification to species and phylogenetic 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 tree of evolutionary taxonomy linguistics therefore describe the daughter languages within a language family as being genetically related. And next, this is the sample of language families: Afro-Asiatic, Austronesian, Indo-European, Nego-Congo, and Sino-Tibetan. What is important about the spoken language to family? Using your spoken language connects your children to your family. When the sayings is all about when what is the parents teach to their children, that's the result. And that's why family language is important, and it is also provides connection to your important cultural traditions and to friends and neighbor who speak the same language. Using your home language allows you to teach your children and to learn new things together. And why language families important? Language families are important because in most cases it is faster to learn multiple languages from the same family than it is to learn the same number of languages from competently different families. In other words, knowing about language families can make it easier for you to become a polyglot. And our topic number two is instinct. Instinct is a particular animal or a plant species occur where there are no more individuals of what species alive anywhere in the world. What is the example of instinct language branch? Latin is probably the most widely known dead language. No one speaks it is their everyday language anymore, but it's still studied academic purposes. And it teaches us a lot about other commonly spoken language that are still in use. And what is considered an instinct language? An instinct language is a language that no longer has any speaks. Especially it is a language has no living descendants. It's a contrast of a dead language is no one that no longer native language of any community even still use like Latin. Why language are going on instinct? A language can unfortunately become endangered relatively easily. It happens when fewer and fewer people speak it, and especially when children stop learning. It is their dominant language. These children are then less likely to speak it at home and teach their children. And topic number three is all about endangered language. Endangered language is a language can unfortunately become endangered relatively easily. It happens when fewer and fewer people speak it, and especially when children stop learning in their dominant language. These children are less likely to speak it in the home teach of their children. Next is how many languages are endangered? Of the more than 7,000 different languages in use around the world today, 41% endangered, some languages still strive, however, then given right conditions. And what are the characteristics of the endangered language? A language at risk, extinction signs that a language is endangered include a relatively small number of speaks, declining numbers of speakers, and speakers all above certain age. How can we protect endangered language? To protect endangered language, creating recorded and printed resources. Recorded and printing documentations are essential to preserving language and sound context. Linguistic anthropologists and committed citizens work to interview, record, and document language to preserve the via durable physical media. What countries have endangered language? USA has 82%, Brazil is a 45%, Australia have 42%, India have 41%, and Indonesia have 32%, Canada 30%, China is 25%, Russia is 22%, and Vanuatu is 22%. Out of 100%. That are the list of top 10 countries have critically endangered language. Fact of the world's 608 critically endangered languages, 362 are spoken in just these 10 countries. And that's all for my report.